Good morning, all. So, welcome to the React JS or full stack training. Of course, those people who are for full stack, they will continue further React. Those people who want to conclude up to React, they will be doing up to here. Okay. So, today we are going to start the course. Okay. So, as I promised you, I will be starting from complete basic. Those people who are already aware of it have to be patient, and those people who are very new to this have to be patient more. The reason behind it is there are too many things which needed to be completed, which needed to be covered in the course. Okay, it is not like just an overview of any React or anything. It is completely about implementation of application development. Implementation, it is all about implementation. It is not about only knowing about something. Are you getting me? Implementation in the sense you are able to develop an application. You should be transformed yourself to a developer. So when you are transforming yourself to developer, if you need to transform in that way, definitely you should know how to implement things, not about how to know something. Okay. So most of the people, even freshers, from the freshers perspective also, companies are expecting you guys to start working from the day one. From the day one, you have to work. Okay, they don't say, okay, Abhilash is a fresher, so let me give him 2-3 months of time so he will learn and he will do it. That kind of days are gone up in the air. We guys are much smarter than the companies, to be say frankly. Once we learn something from a company, we switch that company to another company to get the hike. Such a people we are. So obviously companies are also expecting work from the day one. The only difference between fresher and an experienced person is both the fresher and experienced get some work, but the same work. Freshers will be given with some leverage of 2-3 more days, and experienced people have to complete the same work in no time. That is 1 day time. So you will get more time than the experienced person. But ultimately, even you have to complete the work, the same complexity, everything will be the same. Okay, from my side, point is very clear. By just knowing something doesn't make any possibility of securing the job. You should be able to apply things. So when you are needed to apply something, first thing you have to do is you should know all the foundation. For example, ultimately what we are going to develop using React.js. Okay, what we are developing in the web development? Very good answer. That is what the answer expected. Web applications. What we are going to develop? Web applications. So we should know what is web application. Before that, we should know what is website. Before that, what is web page. Before that, what is web. So like this, you have every corner of it. You have to understand everything. You have to know everything. Okay, only then you can become a developer. That's what my whole agenda is. In this process, sometimes I don't skip anything, but I may speak little faster. So freshers, you have to see the same video 2-3 times. Only then you can able to do something. Okay, just to know what is what is what, that is all obviously possible. But you guys have to implement something. So to reach to that level, definitely one should have the whole understanding. Okay, shall we go ahead? So I would like to start with a concept called what is web. So here, let me First, I would like to start with a simple file called basics.txt. This is the text file. It is nothing to do. Just I want to tell you what is what. So first of all, what is web? And what is the difference between web and internet? Okay. Basically, internet is a physical network. Internet and web both are not same. Web is a part of internet. Okay, right. So first thing you understood is internet is different and web is different. Through internet, we can access web. Okay, right. Once you understood this, then we have to go through the next aspect called what are the parts of web? Web is a combination of web server, web browser, web pages. Okay, these all three combinations are considered as one word called web. So in the whole world, we have thousands of browsers, thousands of web servers. Okay, where those web servers are actually having your websites. For example, what is the website you most frequently use apart from Google? Maybe Facebook. Let us use that. Even though it is called as web application, first of all, consider it as website. That means that should also there in a web server. Even Facebook is also there in a web server. Twitter is in one web server. Amazon is in one web server. IRCTC is in one web server. Make My Trip is in one web server. These are all websites, right? Fundamentally, they are all in one web server. Okay, right. So whatever you see, guys, okay, whatever you are opening in a browser, Gmail should be in a web server. What else? Google Drive, Instagram. What else? Any blog, any website, everything is inside in a web server. So every website is basically in a web server. Definitely you have a question of what is web server? So think about Tare Zameen Par. I want this kind of simulation in every one of you. In every one of you. In Tare Zameen Par, Amir Khan says this. What is the problem of Ishan? Ishan was the kid. Ishan's problem was when you say apple, he is unable to imagine the apple. That kind of problem is called as dyslexia. If you say rail engine, you have to imagine the rail engine, right? Like the same, what is web server? This is a big question. What is a server? Another big question. But maybe some of you guys are able to imagine some black box, big box. Some of you guys are able to imagine that or not. Whenever you say, I'm about to say about a server, then you call it as big black box. Unfortunately, that is a computer. That is not actually supposed to be called as server. That computer made as a server, that means that computer has become a server because they installed one software in it, in that computer. For example, in my office, I have a server here. Okay. That server is also a big computer with racks and all. Okay. That computer is not meant for MS Office or watching YouTube. That computer is only to distribute the network. I have installed a networking server in it. Some people call it as router also. A software installed on it. So it has become network server. Parallelly, I have one more server in the same box. That is one more computer in the same place, rack. That is the antivirus server. Because I have installed antivirus server in it. So whatever you are searching Those all will be listed in that. Okay, that means that will scan all the incoming and outgoing packets of information and it will filter it out. Okay, so one more computer has become antivirus server because I have installed antivirus in it. There is one more server where I have all my media in the sense my videos, audios, photos, all these things in that server. So when you open any video of mine, it will come from there. So that is a media server. I have installed one other software called media server, VLC server. Okay, like the same, there will be one computer. In that computer, they must have installed a software called web server. So that computer has become a web server. Okay, so if you are unable to understand this, once you get the video, you carefully listen to those all words, you will understand for sure. Okay, the last realistic example is the same word server. I can hear the same word in the hotels also. I mean to say restaurants. In the restaurant, we call that fellow as a server or not? Server, can you get me an idli? Yes, sir. So what is the duty of a server? He is also a server. Deliver the things. Whatever the resources he have, he should deliver the things. Right? The same way, the web server is also doing something called delivering. What it is delivering, guys? Web pages. Information is old word. Web server will have web pages which deliver those web pages. Okay. So server is there. Okay. In a restaurant, okay, I go to a restaurant. As soon as I go to a restaurant, he will serve me one idli and one vada automatically because I am very much regular to that fellow. Leave this example. But generally, if I go to chutneys, they don't know me, right? So there is a server over there. But I want to eat puri. How server knows to give a puri to me? Just think about it. So first of all, I had to send a request to that fellow. Sir, fellow is not a bad word. It's a proper word in English, okay? To that fellow, that person, in fact. So what I'm doing, server, first I'll call the server. Steps are important. Sir, my classes will be like this only. They are not dry. They are not only the point. I had to give you so many examples. Those people who are not interested in this kind of examples, please don't come from the next class. I'm straight away point from the day one. Okay. Later, I don't want to listen such kind of words. Okay, next. So first step, I had to send I had to call him, server, right? This is the first request. Then server comes to me. Then I need idli and one vada. Yes or no? Then he will give you that. So even in the web server is such a thing that it will have idlis, vadas, sambar, everything. Sorry, web server. Web server will not have idli vada. Web server will have web pages, home page, contact us page, products page, careers page, tutorials page. All these things will be there. Yes or no? So if you ask him about the idli, he will give you the idli. If you ask contact us.html page, web server gives you the web page. That particular contact us.html. Have you understood the scenario? Hello. What did we ask and what did we get? This is the process, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Deepika. There is a noise from you, please. Yeah. So now the point here is, there is a point. Yeah. Even in the normal restaurant server, let us try to understand one point. The point is, as soon as you call a server, especially in chutneys, they will give you a glass of water. That's a default action. Am I correct? What do you say? If you ask, if you call server, what does it give you? A glass of water without ordering. I mean, you did not even mention it. That is called as default response. So now I have a web server in the internet. Somewhere I have installed it. Okay. See, guys, everybody, are you able to see that? I'm typing, I'm calling my web server, edupoly.com. I am sending a request to my server. I'm pressing enter so that my request goes to my web server. So by default, that web server is giving me back what? Glass of water. That is home page. Okay. So if you call a web server, what is the default thing comes? After that? You don't ask. Then it is not chutney. That is why I took the example of chutney. Chutneys. If you go to normal thing, you have to beg. Anna, please, Anna, ఒకసారి వచ్చిపో అన్న అని అడగాల. You have to ask this kind of way. Hi, please, एक बार आके जाइए ना. You go to Shagos, then you will understand. Okay. So by default, it not only gives you the water, he will also comes with menu card. Is it not the menu card? So this is a default action which is coming from, this is a default response coming from the server. I have the server, but I have named it with edupoly.com. Okay. I have one more server. The name of, I have one more server that is called as enadu.net. So when I press the enter, what happened? Default a request goes to that web server. Which web server? enadu.net. Sir, technically speaking, this is domain name, address, DNS. There are so many things. First of all, conclude it here. If I go much deeper, then I have to teach you about computer networks. Okay, let us place. Even if you want to learn, I am very much happy. But I'll discuss it later. Not now. Okay, that should be limitation. So here I am sending a request to a web server, edupoly.net, and it is giving me the response as menu card. That is a home page. Okay, guys. Then when I click on it, I got another response. I am getting another response. That is list of courses. When I click on JavaScript, it gives you another response, list of tutorials. So here, when I click on accessing object, I got another page. So through links, okay, one second. This website is a combination of multiple web pages. I repeat, multiple web pages. After certain time, I will say this is also wrong, whatever I said, because I had developed it on Angular. So Angular scenario is different. But right now, you don't worry about it. First of all, you consider all these are separate pages. So all these pages are connected to each other through links stored in web server. One website means one page. Sorry, one web page is connected to another web page through links. What is the importance of link? Link actually navigates from one web page to another web page. Hello. So what is a website now? Collection of web pages which are linked with one another. That is website. What is a web page? Web page is a document overall. So ultimately, we are going to first develop the web pages. And then we link one web page with another. And we keep all these web pages in a server. So if you send a request to the server, then that server will send you the response as a web page. Hello, because that is web server, no? If you ask hotel server, then he will give you idli, vada, sambar, puri, chapati, dosa, bondas also. Okay, don't worry. so that is the point of hotel server. Here, web server gives you web pages. These all web pages collectively called as website. How the web pages are interlinked? Through links. Okay. Okay. So hope you understood what the whole scenario. Now I am not going to show you what is web server. How do we have a web server? First, we'll understand how do we create a web page. Is it okay? So this is not actually new to you guys. This is not at all new to you. You are very much aware of it. Have you ever created a file in a computer? Very good. How? Very good. MS Word. And you call that file as doc. If you create it through MS Office, you call it as doc. To create a file, ultimately you need a editor that is called as word processor. Apart from MS Word, is it possible to create a file?
Yes, notepad we can create.
Very good. My context is about files, normal files. So you please be answer in that normal way only. So even through notepad, we can create files. Am I clear? And those files are by default, they are text files. Hello. Yeah. Through Paint also you can create files. By default, those files are .jpg files, PNG files. That's up to you, whatever the way you want. So basically, you need an editor to create a file. Even though you feel like editor is for editing. Yes, that is also true. First of all, we have to create a file and we can edit it. So what do I do? Sir, that is up to you. No, sir. First, I'll create a file, then I'll edit it. Oh, okay. Okay, correct. But even you can open an editor and you can save a file, right? Huh. So here to implement web pages, you need an editor. Okay. That can be Notepad, that can be Notepad++, that can be Visual Studio Code also. So here I am using an editor called Visual Studio Code. Let us see this. So here is the editor. Already through this editor, have I created anything? I have created a file. What is the name of the file? Basics.txt. But this is a text file. It is not called as HTML file. So to create a HTML file, this is what I am doing. Click on the plus file symbol. Click on the click on the plus symbol and write my page.html. So with the .html extension, you have to create the HTML file. And this HTML files are called as web pages. Hello. What are these called as? Web pages. Whatever the HTML pages you create, they are called web pages. Okay. Now, you can ask me a question that when I have a way that already to create files by using doc. Mir join ayara Prashant. Okay. So, when we can create files by using MS Word, why do we need this Visual Studio Code, and why should I save it to .html? Is it obvious question or not? Is it correct question? Just for a Telugu word sentence, మన దగ్గర ఆల్రెడీ వర్డ్ ఉండగా ఈ విజువల్ స్టూడియో కోడ్ ఎందుకు? ఓకే, ఆన్సర్ ఈస్ క్లియర్. Doc files can be opened only in MS Word. PDF files can be opened only in Adobe Reader or PDF Reader. But if you want to have a page which can be opened in every computer, where every computer is having minimum of a browser, do you agree with me? So when every computer is having a browser, so it is better to create documents as web pages so that every computer can open it. Point number one. That is why we are learning HTML, to create web pages. Confused? No, we are learning HTML now to create pages. What is the reason? These pages can be executed in any program, any computer in the world, because every computer will have browser. Point number one. Point number two. Even though Word is so sophisticated, it is not that easy to create beautiful documents. At least not like this. Is it beautiful? Yes, for me it is beautiful. Okay. So it is not that easy to create this kind of pages in Word. Okay, right. Possible, but it is not that easy. Videos, audios, animations, these are all not possible over there. Okay, for animations you have to depend on PowerPoint. So there are so many issues with Word and PowerPoint. But now, and moreover, it is free and it is openable by anything. Is it clear? So apart from the regular web pages, web applications, even HTML is having its own advantages. Those advantages I have shown you just now. Am I clear to you? Yeah. So web pages are good for opening on anything. But here, creation of web page is not that easy, where MS Word is having drag and drop facilities. But here you have to write the code. Here you have to write the code. Guys, believe me, once you started writing the code to create web pages, actually you enjoy than MS Word, because the whole control is in yourself, in your hands, I mean, in your code. You can control that. Don't worry. This is not that complicated code. Yes, there are rules and regulations. So you have to follow those rules and regulations for writing the HTML pages. I mean to say web pages, but they are fine. So let us start. Let us create our first web page. Are you ready? Excited? Okay. Okay. So here I am creating my first web page. Welcome to over. This is a web page. You create something with a .html extension with some text is a web page. How to open that, sir? Yeah, I will show you 2-3 different ways. Go to your folder. So here in the RB16, I have created a web page. Okay. Double click on it. It will default open in your default browser. The web page got opened on, come on, Chrome. Hello. Yes. Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. Now let us try to understand the different ways, I mean, different possibilities of web page. So here, this is a web page, but I don't think it will be too good to just write like this. But if you keep this content in elements, if you keep this content in elements, it will look more beautiful. Every element is a combination of, here I am writing, HTML pages are nothing but collection of content marked up in elements. What do you mean by marked up? Today I am going to Vikram. Today I am going to Vikram. So your friend asks you, what do you mean by Vikram? Obviously, right? So you have to mention that I am going to watch Vikram movie in double quotes. If you are keep placing that double quotes is nothing but emphasize, that is markup. Elevation. Okay, fine. Markup. So like the same, I can mark up this content in elements like this. H1. I will explain you what I have done here. But doing something like this, what happens is you get more elevation to your page. Once you come back to this place, you press F5 or refresh button, then it gives you the latest update. So now, because of course, after saving it, first of all, once you modified it, you have to save it. Then you have to come back to the same browser and refresh the page so that you will get the latest thing. So don't look at me like, oh, refresh karna hai. When you go for any trick info, you do the refresh for latest code. When you go to movie tickets, you do the refresh. You do everywhere refresh. But when it comes to technology, you feel it. Oh, is it? So don't do that. Use your common sense also. So as soon as, first of all, after changing something, you have to do what? Save it. Once you saved it, go back to the browser and refresh the page. How to refresh the page? If you have Windows, press F5, or else go to this place and refresh, click on it, or that's up to you. Okay, so this is how you can refresh the page and you can get the latest. So now this is called as markup. I have marked this welcome to web world in a HTML element that is called H1. Now let us understand what is element. Every element is a combination of tags. What tag? Start tag, end tag. So this is H1 is the name of the element, and whatever you have kept, this is called as the start of the element, and this is called as end of the element. Whatever you write in between, that is called your content. These are the keywords. So what is the name of the element? H1. What is the starting tag? This is the starting tag. What is the difference between start tag and end tag? Slash. So end tag will have the slash. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. I have one more content here. That is HTML is too easy. I want to display this content in italic. Italic. That means it will be inclined something. So how can I keep this content in the italic? So for italic, to make any content italic, HTML provided another element called I. Name of the element is I. So if it is I, if it is element, then what you are supposed to do? You have to open the tag and you have to close the tag. Hello. In between, you have to write this content. So now it looks like this. Is it okay? Yeah. So I know this is wrong, but I want this content. Okay, if I save it, it looks like this. Praveen sir is too good. Okay. Of course, in the same line it is coming. Leave it. Okay. If you want to be in the second, there is an element called BR. There is no closing tag, so it comes in the next line. I want the Praveen sir in strike. Praveen, not only Praveen sir, the whole content should be in the strike. That means cross chassis. How can I do that? You can guess it. There should be a new element. What is the element? You guess it. Italic is I. That is U means underline. Strike. The element name is strike itself. So put this content inside the strike. Happy? Right? Okay. Okay. Next. You want some content. Okay. Here is some content. Web pages are made up of sand. I want this line should be bold. Very good. So yes. So the whole web page, not, I don't want the whole web pages are made up of sand. I want only the sand is in bold. So only sand, put only sand in the bold. So from where you want to start and where you want to end will be decided by the end tag, close tag, open tag, and end tag. Hello. Where we have to start and where we have to end will be decided by start tag and end tag. Suppose if I make this H1 closed here, what will happen? From here to here, everything comes in the H1. So that is a boundary. Up to what you want to keep that particular content is called boundary. So you place the close tag under certain space called end tag at your boundary where you want to keep. No, I don't want all these things. Suppose if I say I have closed here. What happened? Italic started from HTML is too easy and Praveen sir, and then is. Up to that, italic applied. After that, there is no italics because you have closed before that is. Sorry, after is. Hello. Yeah. Are you able to see that? So here, what is element? Element is nothing but the name. H1 is an element. I is an element. Strike is an element. B is an element. These are all elements. Element, that is a name. What is a tag? Every element is having two tags. Open tag and close tag. Hello. Understood the point? Right. So once you understood what is element and what is tag, then you have to understand what is attribute. What is attribute? Are you ready? So that is a bottle, water bottle. Where is the start and where is the end of the water bottle? Mota is the start. That means cap. Dakkan is the start and base is the end. That is a bottle. What is the attribute of the bottle? Attribute means color, material, feature. Is it tick bottle? Tick bottle ante. Kids use it, right? They open it and they drink. Okay, I call it as tick bottle. Okay, whether it is this way, normal. Okay, so like that, you can say they're all attributes. Temperature maintenance, false. That bottle doesn't maintain temperature. So hope you understood what are attributes. Okay, no problem. Sir, the bigger problem of computer science is not concept. The computer science problem is vocabulary. Okay, just as a simplest terms. In Telugu, we have some words, right? Telugu words. There are so many words. So if you know all the words, then you call it everyone calls you as Telugu Pandit. If you know all the formulas of maths, then you call it as maths pro, maths bro. Take it. So it's a combination of Telugu and maths. It's a language itself. Computer science has its own language and it has its own formulas also. And it has lot of vocabulary. For example, bottle has attributes. You said features. Somebody say properties. There are the properties of bottle also, right? Somebody says state. Somebody says props. These are the keywords which you trouble you a lot. Okay. At understanding level, you take it as considered, but you have to be very careful about the words because now I would like to show you what is attribute and immediately I'll have to speak about what is property. Both attribute and property are inside that. So you have to be careful about this terminology. The bigger problem with computer science is terminology. Can you understand my point? ఏమైంది ఇప్పుడు టర్మినాలజీ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది అంటున్నా నేను but you should have all the things with you. Okay, let us understand them. Point number 1. Attribute is something like where you can specify its nature. For example, in this particular web page, for I, or else, sir, can I keep it? Can I remove all these things if it is fine? So this is the page I have. In that only one element is there. Now I am writing about attributes. So what is attribute here? It will define the extra feature to it. Let us see. When I move my mouse on this, I am not getting any tooltip. If I want, then that should be provided as an attribute. Then that should be provided as an attribute. So how? TITLE, title, is equal to what is this title called? Attribute. So this attribute I'm providing as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So save it and see the difference. Is there any difference? No. But when I move my mouse on this, you can see the difference. Yes, there is a difference. That means now you are getting a tooltip. This is called a tooltip. Here, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So attributes define a better way. For example, I will write on that bottle as Praveen. So that is a title. So that bottle belongs to Praveen. Is it okay? So there is an attribute called on the sanitizer. You have company name. They are all as an attribute they have added it. Okay, come on. Next. There is one more attribute called style. This is another attribute. Attributes comes in the first open tag of an element. In this attribute, I can have different properties because style is an attribute, but you cannot mention in one line. Title will be only one. So directly assigned. Hello. Yeah. Style has so many fields. Style and cutting, cut down. I mean to say, sorry. Cutting, beard, mustache, shirt color, shirt style, t-shirt. Okay, so many things are there, right? So they're all called properties. So a style will be expressed in different properties. So here style, in the style, I can have a property that is color as red. Hello. So property can be given with a value. And property and value will be separated by colon. So now if I save this and see the output, color change. Color of the bottle is white, transparent actually. So if I make color colon red, the bottle become red. Rai oksari avutuda. So if you write the color colon red, that bottle becomes red. Okay, very good answer. In HTML it happens, not in the real time. Okay. అవ్వదు ప్రశాంత్, ఫీల్ అవ్వకు. అవుతలేదు సార్ ఈ మధ్య ఎట్లా అంటే రెడ్ కలర్ లో అయిపోతుందేమో. ఓకే ఓకే గైస్, కమ్ ఆన్. సో ఫైనలీ yes, you can apply different colors to the content with this approach. Not only color, you want to add one more property. Color, shape, I want to change the shape. So separated by semicolon with font family is Vardhana. What change you have observed here? Not only color, I have also changed into font. How is that? Looks better? Red, welcome to Web world. What is your favorite color? Ah. Blue. Give me a right one, okay? So let me apply blue. Okay. Okay. So Mitra likes. I like the color in between red and blue. Yeah, that is called gradient. Okay, you can apply gradient also here, but calm down. We'll have so much of time. Okay, that is comes under styling. Gradients, different colors. Oh, you do whatever you want. Okay, I am not going to do that. Okay, because I don't remember it. Okay, come on. So we can do lot of things on colors, fonts, whatever you want to do, patterns. Okay, but I hope you are clear about what is an element, what is a tag, what is an attribute, what is a property, what is a value. Clear? Property, value, attribute, because you should have the different. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I can complete the whole course in 10-15 days. In fact, if I need to speak only about the topic titles, I can complete in 15 minutes also. That's not a problem. Problem is everything should be useful. If I'm spending 1 hour time with you, that means this 1 hour should have a meaning and a purpose. Otherwise, it will become different. Waste. What we have done the 4 years in engineering college. Okay, what we have done that I don't. I want to research on it. Okay, later. What we are doing in engineering college, I want to have a research. What the hell is that? But one thing I like in engineering college, the best part is how to sit for 8 hours. JNTU did only that best thing is made attendance compulsory. So that if you are not having 75, you have to sit. What a idea, Sarji. Huh? That is why we are all employable in industry. Yeah, we are very much. Our eligibility is, if anybody, what do you know? What do you have from engineering? I got a patience of sitting 8 hours when the work comes. They give you offer letter immediately. You say this. I know how to sit 8 hours. Yes, sir. One more surprising. Sorry, just because two technical words will kill your brain. You don't have the attention to grasp it. So in middle, I speak like this only. Another second most important thing is 3.5 hours of exam. Wow, what an idea. Sarji, what an idea. 3.5 hours exam is the best thing. Sir, are you writing the notes for it or what? Okay, okay. Okay, so that is super, Prashant. Suppose if you have backlogs, then you are much better. You had lot of experience of sitting. So you have lot of eligibility to work in the industry. Anyways, sir, I'll tell you, more than writing 3.5 hour exam, the hell is doing initialization. That is 4.5 hours. You have to stay there. Okay, I had that experience also in my MTech. That's why I left teaching, academic teaching. I accepted everything, boss, but not that. 4.5 hours of initialization. Okay, I'll tell you later those stories. What a wonderful stories. We see students, they want to copy. I don't allow them. They see at me. ఒక్క నిమిషం అక్కడ తిరుగును ఒక్క నిమిషం నేను తీసేస్తాను బట్ ఐ డోంట్ అలౌ దెమ్ దట్ ఈస్ ద ఓన్లీ cat and rat things happen. Otherwise, the 4.5 hours is the hell. no productivity, zero productivity. By watching supplementary people faces for 4.5 hours. Sir? Okay, come back. Okay, so would you like to join there? Then read and study coding. Otherwise, I'll send you that invigilation. Okay, sir, శిక్షలు ఎట్లా ఉంటాయి అంటే అట్లా ఉంటాయి. Punishment is not about sending you jail. I'll send you there. I'll ask you to stay for 4.5 hours on standing. Okay, come back. Just for fun, I just made out of it. But learn coding. You have much worse life than that. Okay, so value. What is value? So values are expressed in different ways. Okay, we'll discuss it them later. But now we will go to the next aspect, that is called as whatever we wrote here. That is not a web page. It's nonsense. First of all, the thing why I am saying this is, when you develop a web page, it should have some structure. I repeat, it should have some structure. So first of all, we have to understand the structure. The structure is like this. Every web page should start with the HTML element. Sir, without knowing what is element, you can't understand the structure. That is why I am telling you about the structure now. So the whole web page is in between starting HTML element and closing HTML. There is doc type also. Don't look at that now. In the HTML open tag and close tag, you cannot directly write this. There are two sections. One is head section. Okay. One is head section, another one is body section. So we put all our HTML in the body section. My dear friends, I want everyone should write the code in this approach. So if you open a tag, inside the tag, if you are writing another tag, you should provide that indentation. Okay. Abhilash, Teja, please don't mind. I scold like hell. పారిపోతారు. ఓకే, ఫీల్ అవుతారు కూడా. Please don't mind. But until and unless I do that, you don't take it into serious account. I'm very clear about it. Okay, I take it that as granted. So I want that indentation should be very proper. Without indentation, if I see the code, if it is on the paper, I'll tear the paper. If it is on the computer, I will go to the top floor and I'll throw your computer. Don't risk your computer. Okay, so రేపటి నుంచి పేపర్ తెచ్చుకుంటా నాకు. Okay, so I want that indentation very correctly. The reason is, sir, I need not to say all these things. I can say only one word: go to hell. Die or die. నీ సావు నువ్వు సావు అని నేను అనొచ్చు. Again, the purpose will be missing. Okay, so the purpose should be fulfilled not only in my presence or in my 1 hour and 1.5 hour class. Even in my absence, the purpose should be fulfilled. I ensure that and I make it possible. Okay, 100%. So indentation, why I am saying this is, most of the time I won't be available with you, and you, when you are writing the code, you will have so many errors. You are unable to find out where is the error and why is the error. This is all not because of your inability. It is because of not practice, only because of easiness, not following the syntax, not following the approach. So that indentation is very important for me. If I am writing any element inside another element, you should have a tab space. You should have a tab space. Automatically Visual Studio Code gives you that. If not, press the tab button. That will actually give you a better understanding of your page, and it can be easily debugged. Nice etlaga avasarame, but the most importantly, you will waste your time like hell. Because in a day of time, whatever the assignments I'm going to give you, that will take exactly 24 hours. If you have this kind of errors, it will take more. Can you create more than 24 hours a day? Then you dare to do that. Teja, am I correct? So I want that thing. Open tag, immediately close the tag. So whenever you are having an error in your pages, check whether I am opening, whether my open tag is properly closed or not, whether I wrote the tag correctly or not, whether my close tag is having slash or not. All these things have to be first checked. Then most of the time you will eliminate the errors. Second, when you are putting this attributes, apply equal to, not colon. You replace colon with equal to with colon. What do you say, Prashant? Have you done that or not? So if you avoid these kind of mistakes, your time will be saved. Next, after equal to, whatever the attribute value you are giving, value in the sense the right side part, that should be in the double quotes. I repeat, that should be in the double quotes. When you are giving properties and values, the property and value should be separated by colon, paina dot, kinda dot, 2 dots, up and down. And each property value will be separated by semicolon. Hello. I hope you know where is the semicolon in your keyboard. It's you do the same mistake. I will record your videos and I'll put it in YouTube. And I will forward these things. Of course, you will be placed in any of the companies, and I'll forward these things to your manager. Nee psycho gand. మీరు చూడలేదు అసలు నా సైకోయిజం లేకపోతే భయం లేదు అసలు. Whatever the stupid mistakes you do na, I will record them and I'll put it in the YouTube, and they will become good memes, I'm sure. Okay. Okay, so be careful about these all things. And font family, iPhone, check. Okay, anyways, don't worry. So is it so strict? After wasting 2-3 days time, you definitely feel like no, I should be very careful now. Okay, so I hope you understood the body of the page. And the second thing, in the head section there are so many other things. Leave them. I'll give you some other videos, but one element is very important, that is title. Title, open tag and close tag, in between whatever you give, that will come into the this part, tab heading part. Okay, so title, Praveen Gubbala gives you, now the title is here, Praveen Gubbala. It is a most powerful thing. I repeat, it is the most powerful thing. For example, you take up any website like vlrtraining.in. Okay, what is the title of the VLR training? Best Software Training Institute, Hyderabad, for all IT courses, right? I just go to the Google and I type what is that called as VLR training. So when I search the VLR training, what I am getting as a result? In the result, whatever here, that is exactly the title. Can you see that? So such a powerful thing. So let us see React JS training in Hyderabad. Let us say Kukatpalli. Yeah, here is VLR training.in in the first page only. So can you see React JS training in Hyderabad, the best training institute. These are all titles of the respective page. Hello. This is the title of that page I am saying. Did you get my point? Yeah. Okay. So title is very important, but you have to give it like this. So there is an attribute called title. There is an element also called title. So what is the difference between title attribute and title element? The name of the title attribute will be used in the element to give a tooltip. Title attribute is used for tooltip. Title element will be used for heading of your web page in the tab or in the search engine. Okay, sir, it is not about listening to me. It is about remembering. It is about applying. Okay, so don't mind. I would like to close it today here itself, and I am going to send you some assignments, very basic assignments on whatever I have discussed, but you have to search for other elements also. For example, I have shown you I, B, strike, H1, right? Like this, what are the other elements you have? Search them and complete the assignment. Hello. Is my point clear? Okay. Okay, 1 second. I'll complete them. I don't know how many of you people really comfortable. So let me have font family. Sir, if you do, you get. If I do, I get. Sir, what do you want to tell me finally? This is like a gym. So if gym trainer do the exercises, he will get the six pack, not you guys. By watching gym trainer, doesn't get you six pack. Do you agree with me? You have to do it right. Just by watching Manthan Satyanarayana videos never make you lean. He will become lean. Akulu tinandi, dumpalu erani. He get that reduction of fat. I watch every day morning 1 hour. Not even 1 gram I reduced because watching doesn't make any sense. My biceps are good because I code. Okay, just for a fun time, you do need to practice. Okay, come back to the point. The point is, I just want to remove this style attribute also, just to tell you some simple thing. Save. You can put one element inside the other. I repeat, you can put one element inside the other. So I have H1 here. Okay, I'll write my name. Okay, save, refresh the page. Praveen is here. And if I put this Praveen in an element called center, The Praveen comes in the center. Hello. Same content is now coming in the center. Center element is having that power to keep everything in the center. What happens if I apply center element to H1? So if I keep H1 in the center, hello, now it is like this. If I kept H1 element with content, everything inside the center element. So center will be applied as well as H1 will be applied to welcome to web world. Hello. So save and refresh the page. Is it clear? Yeah. If you sir, I am telling you all the points now. If I use an element called HR, which doesn't have the what is say, which doesn't have the close tag. This kind of elements are called as empty elements. So save, you will get a HR here, horizontal row. Hello. Is it fine? Okay. So now I have an I with Himaja and one more B with Chiranjeevi. So these two things will come side by side. But if I want the Chiranjeevi to be in the next line, I can make use of a break in between. That is also doesn't have any closing tag. So Himaja comes first, then Chiranjeevi. Is it okay? Is that point clear? Yes. Next. Just for the content. Okay. Okay. Here I'm typing some content. Okay. There is a lot of content here. It comes like this. No, I want to look it like a block. Then we can have to make use of block quote and put this entire content in this. It comes like a separate. Hello. Hello. Is it okay? Huh. Like this, there are two more things. Okay. No. I better tell you this. Suppose I want x square. If I put x square like that, it will give you x2. After x, I want this 2 should be in the superscript. This is called as SUP. Here, intentionally, I am doing it fast. Okay. The basics are clearly explained. And now when it comes to application, you have to think about it. But I don't want to keep you clueless. So just I made it x square. So now you have to search for log x in the base, not like that. How do you do that? So all these things together, I created a set of assignments. I would like to forward those set of assignments, those people who have send me an what you say WhatsApp message so that I can forward you those all things. Is it okay? Understood my point? Okay. So that's it for the day. Tomorrow by 9, we'll start the next level of HTML elements. Okay. Tomorrow, I need not to keep on discussing about what is indentation, what is element, what is attribute, what is property. All these things I don't discuss. tomorrow I'll straight away directly go to the different elements like list items, tables, forms, anchors, and images. So tomorrow 1.5 hours will be hell for you, but be prepared for it. Okay, because we need to spend more time on JavaScript, advanced concepts like closure, promises, callback functions. They are like Dracula, Hashmora, Evil Dead. I know, but they are the things what you have to discuss. Hoisting. First of all, you feel like, is it English or Chinese? Okay. So anyways, so tomorrow, as much as possible, go through my previous batch videos about the HTML and W3 schools also. Come with the preparation. Okay. That's it for the day. See you tomorrow. Any questions in the online? I am open to you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please.
Can you open that detail?
One second. I can't hear you properly. Yeah, code. Yeah, please tell me.
You have given Praveen Gupala head section, right? That is the toolkit. You have said the toolkit, right?
Unfortunately, I can't hear you. Praveen Gubbala as a title. Okay.
Yes, you have given in head section, right? That was the toolkit. You have said the toolkit, right? Because so can we make it in the website? So it will be visible in the website?
Yes, of course.
Can you make it for me?
Tooltip. Are you talking about? Yeah.
Yes.
You see this? It is very small, but yeah, you can see that.
No, my question is that the head section will always be in a toolkit, or we can make them as a visible in the website.
Are you talking about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or title?
Title only head section.
Yeah, it will be visible on the title. This part here.
Yes, I can see that. My question is, it will be visible as a physical, right? Welcome to the world. We can see that right here. So like that, we can see that in the head section.
No. The head section is itself here. This is called body section. Yeah. Whatever the visible area is, that is body section.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that is called body section. Yes. Okay. So guys, those people who have any questions, I mean to say, you can ask me, of course, before 9:30, 11:30. You can ping me on my WhatsApp number 65659561214818. So ping me on the WhatsApp. I will send you today. Again today, please send me the link. Just send me the message. I will forward you the assignments to you. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.